All right, check, check. What's up? What's up? Good morning. Welcome back. Welcome back to another live session. Gotta refresh the studio here. There we go. Mr. Anderson is in the building. What's up? What's up? So, as usual, check out the disclaimer. Remember that day trading is risky business. All right. With that being said, I'm going to check out the scans and write up the watch list. So there's SRXH, XRXH up 84%. Currently pulling back though from highs. Fairly big pullback from 140. SYTA also on the list up 86%. There's NVVE, which has been moving up recently, and that one is up 66%. Those are my top three. There are some others, but I think I want to keep it tight here in terms of, in terms of the list, right? The most obvious stocks. ZKIN, this one is up there as well, but how are we doing? A little bit of a flat line, definitely worth having on in a recent, right, on a chart somewhere off the side. ZKIN, this one also is interesting, and up 62%. But coming back to SRXH, and then I'll go from there. So we had the pre-market high all the way up at 146 before the pullback. Lows 91 cents. Not a bad dip, but the key will always be, can we see the second leg, right? So of course this will be the first push. Will we see a secondary push at some point, perhaps after the open? That'll be the key. So SRXH, we'll see. The 200 EMA on the daily is at 280, 282. 282. No other obvious resistance really up until that point. So we'll see how it does. SRXH. So moving on to SYTA. We got 8 minutes to the open. Pre-market highs are 20. We got 27 cents. 227. Geez, 227. Low the pullback, 159. And let's check out the daily chart here. Think or swim. Okay, so we had 2 days where we had something significant happen in the last few months. March 25th, high point of 367, 8 million shares of volume that day. And then we also had February 26th, high point of 699, 23 million shares of volume on that day. So nothing in the way up until 367. So if we're able to break over the pre-market highs, perhaps we can see something here. Perhaps we can see something here. Looks good. Looks decent. Up 81%, 45 million shares of volume. And then we also have NVVE as a top stock. Let me post lists. ZKIN. Let me post the list here. My link for Merciless Markets is dead. I thought the link for the Discord is what was dead, so that's what I changed yesterday. I'll fix that later. If anyone wants access to Merciless Markets, type it in on Google and it'll pull it up. But I'll fix that link. Yeah, I kind of misread the chat yesterday. I thought it was the Discord link. The Discord, there's a couple of different links. There's like personalized links, and when the server isn't boosted, I don't know what the hell I'm paying. I'm paying like $50 a month for this server to be boosted every time, and yet it still levels down. So I'm like, what the hell am I paying for then? So yesterday I even went as far to cancel the subscription to then look into getting a new one. But anyhow, that's like back end stuff. The personalized link doesn't work if it's not boosted. So that's what I thought was happening. Yeah, but we'll fix that. All right, so NVVE, how are we doing here? I'll make sure to start up my screen recording as well. I'm going to clear the drawing set, get some fresh trend lines. Pre-market high is 228. Right now we are pulling back. Lows are at 167. Daily chart, last big move. High point was 502, but before that we did have some levels around 439. Going back to January of this year. And I'll turn on the screen recording right after this. Yeah, other than this one, there's ZKIN. So yesterday was a bit of a rage quit day, as you guys saw. I got pretty frustrated after going green to red and then missing the big move. There was a halt resumption. I did size down a little bit and kind of had some trouble giving back, so I was pretty frustrated about that. And then I think after missing that resumption and then seeing the dip pull back from 711 down to about 6, I think about like 650. The stock ended up pulling back to 620, and then right there I said, you know what, man, I've had it with this nonsense. And so I shut it down, left, came back, lost another 500-600, and then left. Came back like 8 minutes, cooled off for like 8 minutes, came back, and it wasn't the right move. Coming back and then being out of sync even more with the stocks after just not seeing the price action wasn't a good move. So yesterday was massive in the wrong direction, massive. So today we need to be a little bit more careful when it comes to our sizing. We did reach the daily goal, and perhaps maybe our sizing was not low enough relative to the risk on the resumption trade. And so today we got to be very careful with sizing down. There's a 2-minute warning. I think that's the biggest thing. Is to size down appropriately, give myself more longevity, because even after I left, similar to the day before, there's still opportunities coming and going, right? And the key here is for us to stick around as long as we can so that we can maximize on the opportunities. So I got to be more careful in that sense. Look to stay sharp here. So NVVE not looking the best. SYTA, how are we doing? We're at the lows here. Let me take a quick look at ZKIN. Perhaps this one here could be interesting into the open as well. ZKIN. We'll see. I'll look to identify the strong stock. Once it does hold up and prove itself, that's where I want to get aggressive, and then look to manage my sizing from there. If we do happen to start red, we got to be careful. We don't want to go deep red or anything like that. It's always something to keep an eye out for. If it's a little choppy, we keep to the small size up until something really starts to pull away and give us that that confidence that It's strong and the stock of the day. The one, the important one. So ZKIN, I'll watch it into the open. I'll keep an eye on some of the others here as well.
WOLF.
We got a couple seconds. You know what? I think, okay, SRXH, I'll keep an eye on this one. So SYTA, let's put that back over here. It's a nice red to green here. So we'll see. The halt down is at 10.
SISI. TXG. GOGO.
The high is at 27.
GOGO. QBTS.
Or 25, is it? 25.
MCHP.
Oh, we see a false halt down. It looks like it'll get locked in, halted down.
LWS.
DH.
NVVE, keeping an eye on that one as well. So far, a bit of a green candle here. Lows of 57, high of 88. So highs were 88. Are we going to see a Christmas tree, or can we hold up a little here? Sticking to NVVE for now and keeping an eye on SRXH for resumption. So 67 to 88 again, not bad. So that dip held up nicely. All right, I'm going to give this one my full attention here for now. 35. Watching NVVE for now. Not quite over 2. Good attempt. 203 for highs. Trying 85. Can we continue though? No, we cannot. So 0.5 and back down a bit. It's having some trouble here above 2. We got less than a minute for SRXH. There's a good push. The halt up is at 31. Maybe it's coming alive a little more here. Bit of a grind so far. It looks like the other one is a 10-minute halt. So we had a high of 25. Our 5-minute candle is definitely under a little bit of pressure here, a little bit of stress. Will we be able to hold up the consolidation? Time, 5-minute candle has about a minute and 13 and 20 seconds, a minute 20 seconds. I'd like to see it close above 15, 17, around that area, but if not, you'll have a little bit more of a wick. But, the 1-minute consolidation is all right so far. We'll see if it keeps holding up. Uh-oh. Getting floating orders. Watch out for floating orders. That's odd. Candle about to close in 20 seconds. There's about a minute to SRXH, which is halted down. Time. Candle's going to close around 14, which is not bad. Can we see 40 here? A little slow over 25, but pretty good, right? Pretty good. I think we have more room to open up here. Like this 25 to 35. We can do better than that. Oh, the other one resumed pretty low. See, now what I wanted was a little bit more of a drop at 20s, but it's gonna go. Let's see, we got 42 for highs. Wouldn't be bad if SRXH halts down again. Could provide a good setup. So, yeah, okay, I was trying not to be too active on this push here, and it's going, so I guess I'll keep waiting. Hopefully it doesn't just keep going. If so, I'll probably miss the move. I'm gonna size down for now. Didn't really get much out of that breakout of 25. It would seem I needed to just hold that position for 2-3 minutes. And I could have been selling here at 50 for a bigger gain. I was just gonna keep going. So I should have just been scalping aggressively as well. And I'm stuck in the middle of trying not to chase. And here we are, 75. Now I have no choice but to go hands off completely and wait. Stuck like Chuck. The depths. Of course, it just kept going. Of course, no dip after that push to 40. No dip. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. If you're not actively trading. It still seems pretty extended, but you know, watching and waiting, smaller size. High of the current candle is 66. Pretty bad fill there. All right, I'm gonna wait. Could also see a 5-minute pullback. Ah, bro. Oh my God, man. Could have done way better over 25. SYTA is moving up a little bit. So 45 sprung up nicely there. I'm trying not to be too aggressive on pullbacks because it's kind of where we've been losing the most. 65 is a big level, and it's gonna rip through. And I'm like a deer in the headlights here. False breakout. False breakout. What does it take for the stock to go from 640 to 80 and then come back down to 50? It might be backside. It might be backside. SYTA could go here. Watching it SYTA. Let's see what it does. Bro, I needed to do a better job on that move because I got to get my charts more zoomed out too. So that was a nice 1 minute breakout over 25. I think 25 was the move really to just be in a little longer. Stock could be backside. SR SRXH might halt up. That would be a good halt up. That could be good. SYTA seems to be moving a little slow. SRXH could be pretty good if we halt up here. 07. A bit of a chase. Bro, I messed that up, man. SRXH. Should have been in a little sooner there. And that dip was lightning, though. Resistance at the VWAP. And my size is pretty low here. The halt down's at 83. And VVE still, still fighting. And the fills are just insane. I don't know. SYTA seems too thick, man. Like it's just too many sellers. Chart doesn't look bad, but it's just littered with sellers at every turn. And VVE, the 5 minute pullback ended up coming into the pre-market highs, which was good. 5 minute candle to make the new high. Max pain of the max pain of the max pain. Max pain. What I'm watching out here is the potential double bottom. We did make a new low by a couple cents, but we did reclaim, so just watching with the small size. Will we see the early pullback before 50 or after 50? Why am I not in with 1,000 still? How's that? Else, man. $50 is going to be a big level here. Big question is also, can it go all the way? Can it go all the way? I have the current candles 56. It's instant. Okay, fair. Resistance 60 is tough. Bro, freaking hell, man. Damn, that was like freaking robbery, bro. Took 4 seconds to fill. By the time I'm filled, the stock is down already. Bro, some stuff is just nonsense, man. Taking the same exact size as the last 10 trades. poor trade anyways up there. Bro, where are the bulls, brother? Waiting patiently. I haven't looked at WBUI. Thought the volume was light. Oh, there's volume. KB, 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 KB. Bro. KB, bro. Come on. Still here. I'll try again. It looks like it's a grinder here. Going short. Are we selling off here? Bro, that's the trade of all trades there, and nothing happens, man. Short sellers, cover your positions, brother. 280 is imminent. Risk and feel the squeeze. Or maybe the depths is imminent. Maybe it'll be a late bloomer. Definitely taking its time here. Alright. Giving it another chance and holding with diamond hands. Come on, come on. You know you can. You know you can explode over 70. Rip to the moon. Fly. Have short sellers panic and covering into new highs as the breakout is brewing. Breakout, brother. The breakout is. Breakout is letting me down here. Oh, look at this beautiful chart. Like this is ideal for the rip. This is ideal right here. Flagging. And now all that's missing is a big green candle here. Making a new high. $3. Time to go short, brother. That's the most beautiful flag failing right there. Like I had like 20,000 shares going, bro. Like where's the move, man? Where's the move? I sized up right where the setup was the best looking for the breakout. Nothing. I went for it and was not rewarded. Was not rewarded, brother. All good in the neighborhood. It's holding up 28 for now. You know, a bit of a bounce right there again. Perhaps I could have took that trade. I always start to ease off when the stocks sell off. I fumbled big time when I think my chart was a little too zoomed in. I fumbled big time when we had the break of 225 down here over the pre-market highs. Like this thing held above the pre-market highs right here, bro. What more did I needed to see to be in with size here and holding? Beautiful green candle. And then since then we've kind of had a little bit more chop. This pullback was good. And I'm looking at another stock here. I caught this one. Sized up like a maniac here for nothing. Good news is that we didn't sell off and we're back at, we held up the selling pressure down near 30 and we're back at 50, so it might try again, so I gotta pull it up quickly here. And I guess this is why you don't get distracted, because I probably could have been in at 30. Alright, it's gonna try again here. It's gonna try again. I'm gonna dial it in this time. And I'm going 30,000 size this time too. Going for the moon. John Wick style. Going in like Kimbo Slice. We're seeing an early pullback here, which is okay. Early pullback. The early pullback. Lows. What's the low here? There's a bid. It's the second time the charm. Granted that I think it's going to go again. So should I have just taken 30,000 shares at 240? Perhaps. Fucking hell. And I didn't get the... Bro, man, that I made nothing. I'm gonna go mad here, bro. Oh my god. What was my fill? They filled me at 69? They filled me at 69? Bro, I got filled at 69, selling at 88. Fucking make nothing, man. Bro, I'm gonna go mad here, bro. This is. Well, I didn't get a chance to take the size I would have wanted to take there, but whatever, man. I guess I'm thinking my analysis is too late. I should have just took the position in this area here. I should have just took the massive position down there. Well, at the end of the day, I can't call out a move that early and not be in the best possible place. So no one but to blame but myself. And that breakout trade is tough, bro. That's tough. That breakout trade is tough, man. I took over 60 and somehow I'm out at 69 selling into the spike. Ah, man. Resumption time. We got the. I gotta calm down here because this is how I end up going crazy. Let's bring it back. Take a quick second. Bring it back. All right. Resumption time. We got 3 minutes, 8 seconds. It's showing 288. Man. But to have the intuition that this dip is going to hold up is pretty interesting here. Like this, the sell-off from 72, I guess, right? Maybe for people who are taking it, it's a previous support, so probably you're just taking it to see if it's going to be support again, along with the VWAP this time. So if it does end up holding, maybe you just hold the trade longer to see what happens. But I have a bad habit of like easing off too much when there's a big flush out instead of like just looking on the sidelines to observe the price action. So 0 chance of being in at the bottom here. And only small size in this area. Selling early at 50. This is like I gotta be careful here, like frustration wise, because this is how the day starts to then feel like a botch day for me. Like messing up that last move, bro. It's pretty painful because the moment we hold up that low, like it's a good chance they're just gonna try again for the move. There's a good chance every time. If not, usually the stock is just selling off. So let's see how the resumption is. If it's smooth, we can do pretty well here, but we got to be careful still. If I had a massive cushion, I would have been going crazy with size. So it's being that we don't, I'm gonna stick to just 2K shares. I have no choice but to stick to just 2K shares. $5K max size. Bro, the one time I say I'm sizing up for setup, everyone in there's thinking, come on. That was a good setup. The team, I mean, sometimes our analysis is a little out of whack. So some of the guys that probably weren't really seeing that move coming. If the stock had hesitated at 60, I'd have took the size. It just kind of went right away. As soon as we got to 61, it's at 70. 15 seconds. We're at 294. It's showing sideways resumption. Here we go. It's a little flat.
Easy.
Come on, man. Taking 92, 93. Can we see something here? Is this fine? I think we're seeing more of a pullback here first. I think we'll keep going. I think the stock will keep going. I don't know. It definitely seems better for the longer. Like if I'm holding that massive position, I'd be holding some still. Like I think we can see like 340 here eventually, but the quick scalp's a little tricky here. A little tricky. 12 for the new high. Mm, 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 mm. Definitely not as decisive in the price action, but it's holding up. Fair is fair. You gotta be willing to take a couple cents risk here. On a better day, right now I'm up like 5,000 on this stock, bro. That monster trade, the move over 25. These are all areas to have been green massively. Massively. Massive green. There's a seller. Not too big though, but there's a seller. Getting stuffed pretty often here. It's getting stuffed. Surprisingly. Or stock where people should be covering and it should be flying. Oh man. Do that? Why do I freaking do that now? I'm gonna go crazy here. I'm making some mistakes. Hold my position for no damn reason down there. Oh man, wow, wow. Here's the first pullback after this dip.
Pullback was good. The bounce was even better. Nice bounce here. And right now we're kind of consolidating. We'll see. It's up or down. I'm thinking like if I'm to grade myself here today, it's like my trading has been like a 5 out of 10 at best. Too many mistakes. Like the first 5 minutes, first 10 minutes, I think, was very solid. Up until 9:41. Mistakes, too many mistakes and misanalysis. If you're coming in every day and you're really sound, you're really, really sound, there's nothing that's gonna stop anybody from making tens of thousands of dollars, thousands of dollars every day. And even then, your red days are going to be few and far apart. I'm making too many mistakes, I feel like. Not doing a great job with the multitasking of the analysis itself. So there's a couple of things that I'm always looking at, and it's like I'm finding myself overlooking one or two things in a lot of the key areas. So working on tightening up. Just got to take it one trade at a time, one trade at a time. Get back to more consistency. Here's a new 5 minute candle. This is a great place for the 3 bar play on the 5. I'm surprised. I gotta check that. I haven't checked the float on this stock, but I'm surprised that it didn't really like. I mean, we had some bigger like areas, like over the 1 minute candlestick, but it never really became super volatile. Like a 2.5 million float. You'd have thought this thing would have been flying up and down like crazy. And twice I did sell. The first time was like kind of nonsense. So the second time I sold a little early, 305, and then immediately the stock is at 45, like 44. Kind of missed out on all that extra cents. Those breakout trades I've been missing, the bigger ones. You catch one or two of those throughout the day, your day is already tripled just off of those trades. Oh, come on. What's that? Dude, the moment, bro, that is wild. Come on. Time. New candle. New candle on the 5. Seeing a little bit of pullback here to start. Fills, brother. Can we see something here? We're in a bit of a place where we can break out again. All right, I think I'll walk and take the small gains. More studying again this weekend. More studying. More studying. I think that's the biggest key is to just keep watching the film, keep reviewing, keep writing things down that we're noticing to try to improve to be better for the next day. The key is to just keep getting better and try to become your best self. So, another day in the journey, another day in the process here. Another day in the process. I think I'm taking the gain. Stock still is pretty bullish. Volume is still fairly high. I think it's not a bad place to take it though, because again, we haven't really traded well here. If you stay, you can always make more, but you risk giving back, and sometimes it only takes one flush to really get the better view. So if I was up the 8, 9, 10, 15K I should have been, then sticking around and risking 500 or 1K would have been no problem. But if we risk that, that's all we have. So gonna just take it, walk, and be grateful for some green. But that, again, pretty messy trading. Not the best we could have done here. Not even close. For those of you going till 4, continue to be disciplined, continue to be patient, keep an eye on the scans as well in case something else comes up. That'll do it for me. So for those of you on the YouTube stream, this is where we say goodbye. And John G and John Money, I'm not sure who those people are. In terms of studying, I'll be rewatching the chart, rewatching the tape, and I think I got to do a better job. Like even with my studying the last week, I've been skipping around in the study session, like just watching a few key areas. But I think I need to just watch the entire thing start to end. Like dedicate 2 hours. Dedicate 2 hours today, 2 hours Saturday, 2 hours Sunday, and just watch back an hour film. Try to get in at least like 6 days, 7 days of trading, just rewatching the film. The entire film, not just the key areas, but the entire film. I think that'll help us out versus last weekend, just the key areas. And VVE coming down a bit here. Oh yeah, I'll change the let me see. Let me check it. Let me check the link here right now. Okay, yeah, let me fix this link. Let me fix this link right now. Yeah, that link is definitely dead. Dead link. In the depths. There's the new link. I have a question about joining the community. Is there daily archives? So the archives are not daily, but instead we have a library of archives. I think maybe a couple hundred archives are there. We'll post the most significant days from time to time. So in terms of who uploads, there's myself, there's Marcelo, and there's also Triad. And Mighty uploaded a sweet 10K or 12K day, I think it was Wednesday of this week or Tuesday. The scanner is $200 a month for these scanners here, for day trade dash scanners. I'm supposed to be getting a code. For like a discount for anybody who might want to try it out. but we'll have to wait on that. John B. Oh yeah, John B. We sent John B to the depths years ago. That's already like 2 years now, right? In trading terms. It's like 8 months now, 6 months. I don't know. Bro, I'm honestly with those people like that, like I was being so lenient for like months, like just letting them just say anything as they please here. But part of that is because the YouTube chat is different than the chat room. Like the chat room is way more filtered. But the YouTube chat, it's like, okay, it's like a free chat. But then I just had to get rid of those guys. They were just like just talking nonsense all day, nonsense. Bro, but honestly, real talk here, just me straight up with the audience. I gotta do better, right? Like I've left way too much money on the table so far this year. I'm capable of doing way more. I'm capable of doing much better, and I will. I've been in these type of slumps before, but the thing that gets you out of these situations the fastest is doubling down on everything that works and that's gotten you to this point, which is studying the community, keeping consistent, being disciplined, and being disciplined also outside of trading. I think that's where, for me, I've been also having issues, is that I've been a little bit like sloppy outside of trading. Like, I've been missing the gym for like a lot of days. This week I went to the gym twice. Like that for me is like it's just unacceptable. Like I have my schedule. I gotta stick to it, right? So the beautiful thing with this field is that, and I'm saying this in a kind of funny way, but nobody's coming to save anybody. Like if I'm not gonna save myself, then I can consider it done. I might as well shut it down and never return here again, right? It's almost like disgracing this opportunity of being here. Like this is how serious I usually take it, and I haven't been as serious as I need to be as of recent, right? Like there's too many things that I'm doing that I shouldn't be doing, and I gotta just lock in it and remember that my world revolves around this and nothing else, right? So I gotta make some improvements in trading and also outside of trading, be more disciplined on both fronts, both sides, and have that overall continuity to just have a better flow. That's how it's been for me to be able to rise and be better. And so, I think once again we accept the challenge. I mean, if not now, when? And if not me, who? Right? I think we should all say that to ourselves, not only myself but the audience as well, right? If not you, then who? Are we gonna allow some other person to come in here and be better than us? Nah, no way. We have to be the best versions of ourselves. We cannot lose the battle to ourselves where we start slacking off and yahooing all over the place, right? So gotta bring it back, pull it back, have our regiment, have our system, have our schedules, stick to it, be firm, be disciplined. Can't just do well in one thing and then slack off in other areas, right? So got to be well rounded, well balanced. A day like today should be 8K day for me, easy, if I'm trading towards the best of my abilities. Like I've done it so many times in the past, and I will do it again. Just have to do the due diligence, do the groundwork, put in the work when nobody's looking, when nobody's watching, be professional about it. Again, we don't have a boss to say, hey, RT, do this, do that, right? Like, you are your own boss here. You have to make sure you're always on time. You have to make sure that you always do your studies. You have to make sure you do your reviews. You do your due diligence. And so, it's up to me. Nobody's coming to save me. And I accept the challenge of improving and doing better. So this is why at the end of the day people tune in, right? Forget about trading, forget about the technical charts. People tune in here because at the end of the day we're relentless traders. We're all going to do whatever it's necessary, whatever it takes to get to the other side, to become successful. and to make sure our success prolongs and goes the distance until we decide it's time to retire. So me, I'm not even thinking closely about retiring. So gonna put in the work, gonna be motivated, enthusiastic, excited, and remember that at the end of the day, this field, you can't dare take it for granted, not even for a second. This field is so awesome. The awesomeness of what trading can provide, it's no other field in the world is like this. That you can show up at your bedside, you don't even need to go to an office if you don't want to, and if you master yourself and you master the patterns, you can make thousands of dollars every single day. On average, you can make thousands of dollars. And so if you're in a place in your journey where you might have slowed down a little bit, be encouraged, be inspired, and know that nothing is holding you back. So break free, push through. That's exactly what I'm going to do here. So I'm looking forward to dominating on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But first, I'm going to look forward to putting in the work when nobody's looking and doing my due diligence over the weekend. So with that being said, check out the links down below. Check out the chat room. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, bro. I'm going to shine brighter than I've ever shined before. I'm going to win more than I've ever won before. And we're going to set new records going into the back half of the year. The summer months are coming up, and so the sunshine is going to be bright. We're going to need eclipse glasses here to withstand the sunshine that's coming. So hit that thumbs up, and let's put in the work over the weekend, right? Let's put in that work. Let's do what needs to be done to ensure success. All right, it's been Relentless Trader. Check out those links down below. Now the link is working for the chat and the classes, if in case anybody wants to get involved there. But I'll catch you guys later. Stay safe, stay green. It's been RT, your favorite day trading YouTuber, and your favorite person perhaps here. Yes, sir. Claiming it. I'll catch you guys later. All right, take care, stay safe, stay green.